Well, the Inyo County Sheriff's Office issued a press release today regarding missing funds from the Inyo County Jail in Independence. Now, that press release states that during November, an internal audit was concluded of the Inmate Welfare Fund by Inyo County Sheriff's personnel. The Inmate Welfare Fund includes revenue generated from inmate commissary and inmate phone services. The audit revealed a monetary discrepancy totaling approximately $13,000. Inyo County Sheriff's Office immediately contacted the Inyo County District Attorney's Office for a thorough investigation, which is currently ongoing. The press release states that one correctional officer was immediately placed on administrative leave and the process of termination has begun. The missing funds are directly related to revenue generated from the inmate store, and at no time were any accounts of the incarcerated persons affected. Said Inyo County Sheriff Bill Lutz, quote, "As Sheriff of Inyo County, I am responsible for the accountability of my staff and to ensure the public trust, and I accept full responsibility. I will do everything in my power to ensure that justice is carried out for the citizens of this county, and I assure you that this fraudulent behavior will not be tolerated. This incident does not reflect the professional standards of the men and women of the Sheriff's Office," end quote. The press release states that the Inyo County Sheriff's Office will continue to make details available as they become known and the investigation concludes. Well, last Friday, many law enforcement vehicles were on U.S. Highway 395 toward Lone Pine, where a wanted felon was apprehended. According to a press release from the Inyo County Sheriff's Office, last Friday at approximately noon, the Inyo County Special Enforcement Detail, which is made up of sheriff's deputies, Bishop Police Department, and tactical medics of the Olancha Fire Department, responded to an anonymous tip that Richard Farrell Andreas Jr. was hiding out in a residence in Lone Pine. Andreas was wanted for felony battery and parole violation and was considered armed and dangerous. After a 3-hour standoff, which included extensive negotiation efforts, according to the press release, pepper balls were utilized, which are a non-lethal projectile weapon made up of a powdered chemical that irritates the eyes and nose. Andreas was located hiding in the attic under the insulation. Officers arrested Andreas without further incident. Andreas is held at the Inyo County Jail on parole violation, parole warrant for assault with a deadly weapon, Inyo County warrant for battery with serious bodily injury, trespassing, vandalism, and theft, as well as resisting arrest. Now, in addition to the members of the Special Enforcement Detail, the Inyo County Sheriff's Office would like to thank the CHP, Bishop Police Department, Lone Pine Volunteer Fire Department, and Olancha Volunteer Fire for assisting. Well, a note from the California Highway Patrol about increased enforcement this holiday weekend. A press release says that the extended Thanksgiving holiday weekend is one of the busiest travel periods of the year, and this raises the risk of a potentially serious or even deadly traffic collision. As family and friends gather for the holiday, the CHP, along with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, wants to encourage travelers to always buckle up, avoid driving distracted, obey the posted speed limit, and never drink and drive. Now, Thanksgiving is a maximum enforcement period for the California Highway Patrol. The Thanksgiving holiday reporting period begins Wednesday, November 26, 6 p.m. and runs through Sunday, November 30th at 11:59 p.m. The Thanksgiving maximum enforcement period also coincides with the NHTSA's annual Click It or Ticket campaign. Now, the press release says that while collisions decreased during last year's Thanksgiving holiday travel period, tragically 33 people lost their lives on California's roadways due to a collision. Now, this was down from 44 killed during Thanksgiving 2012. Sadly, the press release notes 88% of those killed in 2013 were not wearing a seatbelt. CHP would also like to remind motorists to avoid distracted driving, to travel at a speed that is safe for conditions, and also designate a non-drinking driver for the safety of everyone on the road. Last year, during the Thanksgiving holiday, the CHP arrested more than 1,200 people for driving under the influence. And the public, according to the press release, is encouraged to report unsafe or impaired drivers by calling 911. And a tragedy in Bishop over the weekend. An 11-year-old boy, Matthew Dwayne Hansen, died in a house fire. Press release from the Inyo County Sheriff's Office said that shortly after 3 o'clock Saturday morning, Inyo County Sheriff's Dispatch was notified of a house fire on North Barlow Lane in Bishop. Several agencies responded, including the Bishop Police Department, Bishop Fire, Tribal Police, and Inyo Sheriff's Office. After the fire was extinguished, an 11-year-old boy was found to be deceased inside the home. Now, the press release states at this time the fire appears to be accidental in nature, but an arson investigator was requested by the Bishop Fire Department to determine the cause and origin of the fire. As more information becomes available, it will be released. Matthew Hansen, described as a vibrant young man with an amazing outlook on life. Matthew was always willing to give a helping hand to anyone in need and loved to make other people smile with his imaginative stories. Matthew's favorite sport was hockey, and he couldn't wait for fall to come so he could hit the rink and see all of his hockey friends. Matthew loved to be outside riding his bike and scooter, and he loved to go to the skate park with his dad. Matthew loved the outdoors, exploring, fishing with his Kuno, camping with his aunts, or just spending time with his family. Matthew is described as a sixth grader who loved school. Favorite subject was math. He was loved by many and touched everyone that he met with his special zest for life. Matthew Hansen is survived by his father, Ivan Hansen of Bishop, mother, Barbara Lopez of Colorado, and many other relatives. In lieu of flowers, donations can be made to the Sierra Roller Hockey League. A cry dance is set for Friday, 8 p.m. at 60 North Barlow Lane. Services will be held for Matthew at the Sierra Roller Hockey Rink at the Charles Brown Auditorium this Saturday at 11 a.m. Tournament at the East Line Street Cemetery. A potluck reception will follow at the Barlow Lane Gymnasium in memory of Matthew Hansen.